Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into the campus of California University of Pennsylvania, where we are at the Convocation Center, and we are set for a PSAC conference showdown between the visiting Westchester Golden Rams and the Cal U Vulcans. I assure you folks, this is going to be a good one today for CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. My name is Peyton Trollinger, and before we begin, let's take a look here at our tail of the tape. Like I said, this is going to be a very close one. 88 points average for the Vulcans, 84.3 for the Golden Rams. Cal U giving up 78.6. The Golden Rams only giving up 77. Field goal percentage just under 50% for the Vulcans. Golden Rams at 43. Three-point percentage 35% for the Vulcans and 32 for the Rams. And they're at the bottom. And here we go. Our last game for the Vulcans actually just happened not too long ago. The Vulcans played Carlo and dominated 83-38 here at the Convocation Center. In our last game for the Golden Rams, Westchester came away with the victory over Seton Hill 95-82. And looking at our projected starters for the Vulcans, number 1, Phil Alston, number 3, Zion Collins, number 5, Brett Pegram, number 11, Keith Palick III, and number 12, Preston Boswell. Now our starters for the Golden Rams, Malik Slay, number 2, Robert Smith, number 10, Kyle McGee, number 13, Eli Barrett, and number 21, Josh Samick. Excuse me, those were just the projected starters there. Coming in there, it would actually be number 14, Matt Dade. Excuse me for the listeners there at home. But as stated, this is going to be a great matchup here. Both these teams coming in 6-2 overall. Golden Rams 1-2 in the conference, Vulcans 1-1, and we are set for the tip-off here at the Convocation Center. Here we go. Phil Alston wins the tip-off, and the Vulcans have possession. Pegram crossing the line, giving it to Alston. Alston driving to the paint, up for 3, and it is blocked away there nicely. On the shot attempt there was Zion Collins. Collins having a great game on Wednesday against Carlo, recording his 4th career double-double. Scored 22 points, 7 of 12 shooting, and a career high of 13 rebounds. Meanwhile, it's Keith Palick almost draining too. We're still looking for our first points of the match. This little foul there by the Vulcans, and Westchester will inbound it in from their own end. Up with the ball now is Slay. Slay. Over to Samick. Samick. It's McGee. Now to the key. Shooting for 3. Won't go. Shooting with Smith there. Going the other way. Alston now to Pegram. Pegram on the near side over to Alston in the corner. And the officials saw something they didn't like. I believe it was a travel there by Alston. And it will be inbounded shortly by Westchester. Now Slay up with the ball. He takes it over now. Took it at the top of the key, guarded by Palick. Driving towards the net. Pulls up for the 2, misses. Now Pegram goes the other way. Pegram driving the paint. Tried to get over to Palick. He keeps it in bounds. Alston bumped. He still has possession though. Alston fouled there, and it'll be Vulcan ball. Phil Alston doing a great job under pressure. We're going to take a look at this replay here. Look at the ball control here by Philip Alston. And then he finally draws that foul. And Pegram set to inbound at the Palick. Now to Collins. Now over to Boswell. Boswell driving, shooting. Won't go as he goes to the floor. Turnover now. Boswell gets it again. And he's fouled. Boswell and the Vulcans doing a great job with that turnover there. We'll take a look here again. The Rams thought they were going to clear it. Boswell didn't get back, and he stayed right where he was at. Forced the turnover, got the foul, and he's at the line. Boswell up, and he will get the first point of the game. 1-0 Cal. Substitution there for Westchester. Dame Wall now into the game. Now Boswell again. And he goes 2 for 2. That's Preston Boswell. 2-0 Vulcans. Now Westchester on the attack now. Over on the far side, he pulls up for 2. Just short and hits the rim. Alston and Boswell going the other way. Boswell's on a break. He gets there, and he gets the layup. It is another 2 points for the Vulcans. Preston Boswell. And now the Rams again on the attack, trying to avoid what just happened. McGee now into the paint, and he drains one for the Rams, and they got their first points of the game. Collins going up the other way, crossing half court. Over to Palick. Palick looking to Collins, switching over to Alston. Alston on the far side. Alston driving the paint. Goes up for 2, and he lands it. Phil Alston, 6'2", Vulcans. Now up the other way, it's Wall on the far side. Now to Samick on the near. McGee now looking. Smith now, top of the key, onto the far corner. He goes for 3, and it won't go. Phil Alston the other way. Tries to find Collins on the far pass. It gets tipped away, and Westchester's back again. Driving to the paint, under the rim, and it does not get there. Alston back-to-back swats, says get that out of here. And Westchester's going to have to try a little bit harder. In the paint, battling with Alston. Still will not go. Pegram falling on the ball. He gets it over to Alston. Alston behind his back, going the other way. To Collins for 2, and he gets it. The Vulcans with great pressure, and they're up 8-2 over Westchester, and the Golden Rams are going to call a timeout. Feeling a little bit of pressure there from the Vulcans. We're going to take a look here at some replays here. We'll take a look at the back-to-back blocks from Philip Alston. There's the first one. There's the second one. Great athleticism there. And then here we go again. Alston's on the break. He finds Collins. A simple play off the backboard and in. And that's how you get the points right there. Super simple basketball. Vulcans are playing with a lot of intensity and pressure. Westchester just couldn't handle it there, and they had to call the timeout. Again, for the listeners and watchers at home, I'm the only one on the call right now. I'm the play-by-play and our color analyst. Our lovely CUTV crew working here on this kind of a rainy Saturday afternoon here in California, Pennsylvania. And looks like the timeout has come to an end. The officials are making sure the players are getting back here on the court. 16:55 left to play here in the first half. It is 8-2 Vulcans over the Rams. Inbounding it is the Rams, and taking it is Wall. Wall now. Switching it over now, it's Smith. Robert Smith now. Dade. Back in the point, batted away by Pegram. Boswell has it the other way. Preston Boswell up for 2, doesn't get there. Alston tried to go for the dunk, he couldn't get there. Alston manages to get the ball, he gets knocked down. I believe he's going to draw a foul from this as well. I'll take a look here again at the replay. Boswell's there on the ground. Alston ends up getting it, but then he gets knocked down to the ground. But I believe that's Marcus Littles of the Golden Rams. Pegram set to inbound to Palick. Over to Boswell at the top. Now to Pegram. Pegram driving, shooting, blocked away nicely there by Slay. Now for 3, it's Westchester. Hits the rim, does not go in, and it's going the other way. Pegram now to Collins. Collins in the paint. Does not go again. Remains 8-2, now passing the 16-minute mark. At the top of the key is Westchester. Driving in, it's Palick guarding. Palick, nice defense there by Keith Palick III. Collins sends it up to Alston. Alston for 3. Does not go. It goes back the other way for Westchester. Kyle McGee is going to take it up for the Rams. Now it's Littles. Over to McGee for 3. won't go. And a foul is drawn. And the Vulcans will have possession. And it looks like we're going to a media timeout. 15:35 left to play here in the first. We're going to run some replays here. We see Alston on the break. He gives it to Boswell, sees him wide open. He starts to drive, and Boswell will finish it with no problem there. And then here we go, Westchester now in, and we see that first point of the game there. And now Philip Alston, again, just driving towards the paint like we've seen him do all game, and he easily gets the points. And we take a look here. Philip Alston, he's known for blocking as well. There's one block, there's two blocks just right in a row there. And again, the man of the hour, Alston, to Collins, banking it in off the box. And it is 8-2 Vulcans as we are still here in the media timeout. Should be coming to an end here pretty shortly, though. All right, and I believe we're going to look at our player of the game, our player to watch here. Bryson Lucas, 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 6 blocks in 17 minutes there. Last game, Bryson Lucas was on fire defensively. The freshman tallied 6 blocks in 17 minutes off the bench. Wasn't even a starter. Came into the game and just put up a show. And I tell you, if I was there, and those blocks were absolutely beautiful by Lucas. Let's see if he can do it again over Westchester. Collins now taking the ball into Westchester territory as we get back underway. Looks like Alston was trying to find Pegram there in the paint. He was wide open, but the pass was a little too much for Pegram to handle. Now we're going to get back underway here. The Rams carrying it into the zone. It's Wall now. Back up to the top of the key for 3. And he drains it through. That's Robert Smith. And the officials are going to blow the whistle. They didn't like something, so they're going to stop play. Robert Smith leading his Golden Rams in points with 14.8. And he's leading in steals with 1.6. Malik Slay's also a name to watch, leading his team in assists with 3.4. Now Collins to Palick. Palick fakes the shot, drives in, gives it back to Boswell. Boswell switching it over to Alston. Alston dribbling through, loses control. Collins gets it for him, switching it to Palick at the corner, and he drains the 3. Keith Palick III. What passing by the Vulcans, and what pressure as well. 11-5 Cal. Now back the other way. It's Westchester for 3. Hits the front of the rim. Another 3 try. Still hits the front of the rim. In the paint now, driving. And it looks like that point is going to stay there. Matt Dade able to get up on the board for Westchester. Take a look here again at this replay here. We see Dade was trying to go up and get the layup there. He was fouled by Cal, and he's at the line. Again, Matt Dade at the line. A little substitution for Cal. Keith Palick out, and I believe that's Bryson Lucas into the game now for the Vulcans. We were just talking about him. Let's see if he can make a difference. First free point does not go in. Alston up to Boswell, back to Collins. Collins crossing center court. Looking over his options, faced with pressure. Collins driving for 2. A little too much on it, does not go in. Now back the other way, it's the Rams. The Rams in the back corner. Now over to McGee. McGee now. A lot of pressure there by the Vulcans for 3, and he drains it. The Golden Rams get 3. Dame Wall from the far corner. It's 11-10. 13:35 left to play here in the first half. Collins gets fouled there on the play by Slay. And looks like he'll be at the line.
Slay, that's his second, team's fourth.
Vulcans have the slight lead, just up by 1, but that can extend here. Collins at the line. The first one's up, and it almost went through, just kind of rolling away. Doesn't go through. He still gets one more try, though. And looks like Westchester just kind of switching their players around. And Collins again, and this time it goes through. 12-10. Inbounded quickly and going the other way is the Rams. Wall now. Bounce pass. And he's playing around in the paint. He tries to get up and is blocked away nicely by Alston. Looked like he almost got headbutted there, and I believe the point is going to count for Westchester.
Foul number 1, Philip Alston, his first, team's second. Bucket is good.
And a foul will be called on the Vulcans. Alston at the line is Dade. All tied up at 12. The basket did count. Westchester now takes their first lead of the game, up by 1, 13-12. And I believe the official,
his first, team's
a
fifth.
foul going on Westchester, looks like. And it's going to be inbounded by Collins here on the near side. Now it's Pegram. Pegram long pass to Boswell, and he gets it. Now it's Collins. Collins driving in, slip there. Bryson Lucas finishes the rebound. And he gets it in, 14-13. Coach Sancombe is not happy. Looked like the Westchester players looked like they were running over Collins while he stopped, and the officials are trying to calm him down there. 13 minutes exactly to play. 1 point difference separating the Vulcans and the Rams, 14-13. Inbounded to Slay as they cross center court. Slay looking over his options. Bounce pass to Dade. Dade kicking it out. Back to Dade. And they're going to reset. Now Wall has it at the top of the key. Wall, 5 on the shot clock. He shoots it, and it goes in. That's Dame Wall. Takes the 2-point lead for Westchester. Pegram now to Collins, crossing half court. Collins dribbling over to Lucas. And officials are going to blow the whistle, stop play here.
Foul number 14, Matt Dade, his second.
And they're going to call the foul on Dade of Westchester. And it's going to be inbounded by Cal, more specifically by Pegram. Couple substitutions there for Westchester. Samick back in the game, Josh Samick for the Golden Rams. And here we go. Lucas takes the ball. Now it's over to Collins at the top. Collins over to Pegram. Pegram faked the shot. Now to Alston. Alston jumps up, almost gets it in, and cannot. Going the other way. Wall has it. And it looks like there's a shaken up Westchester player here at their own end. And that is Josh Samick coming into the game. Looks like he was just bumped, or hopefully he'll be okay. We're going to take a look at some replays, though. And we see the beautiful 3 there by Westchester. And then a great pass there by, I believe that was Collins, and Palick finishing with the 3. And then Dade, you see the foul there. and that basket would count. And Wall on that far corner, draining it for 3. And this is where Westchester takes the lead off the 3 there, and it will go in. What we would have noticed here is that, Westchester's been really trying to put the pressure on Cal U and have some type of answer back. And now we're going to take a look at our player to watch here for Westchester, and that's Robert Smith here, averaging about 14.8 points per game, field goal percentage of 43%, 3.5 rebounds, and 75% there from the field. Definitely a player you want to keep your eye out on is Robert Smith. Like I said earlier, he's leading the Rams in points and steals. Leaders for the Vulcans, Phil Alston leading with 21 points. And he's leading in rebounds with 9.8. Brent Pegram with 4.1 assists, and Pegram also leading in steals with 1.9, almost 2. Now we're back into action here at the Convo for 3, and he drains it. That is Cam Polick for the Golden Rams. It's 19-14 Westchester. Lots of pressure being applied now. It's Keith Palick. Palick tried and does not go through. I believe he draws a foul, though.
Foul number 24, Marcus Littles.
And now Palick will be at the line.
Keith Palick at the line, 2 shots.
Keith Palick now. First shot goes in. Josh Samick now back into the game for the Golden Rams. We saw him a little shaken up earlier. Keith Palick will drain both of them, 16-19. 1 possession game now for the Vulcans. Now it's Wall. Now to Samick. Samick pressured by Lucas now. Polick for 2. Doesn't go in, and it hits the rim. And the whistle's blown here. I believe it's going to be a Cal U possession.
Foul number 23, Moro Asumanu, his first.
And the foul's going to be on Moro Asumamu.
Palick at the line, 1-1.
Palick's going to be at the line, 1-1 now. Chance to bring the score a little bit closer here for the Vulcans. First shot does not go in. And now the Golden Rams are going to take it from their own end. Wall on the far side. Now to Samick. Samick switching it over to McGee. McGee to Polick for 3. And doesn't go in. Hits the front of the rim. Rebounded nicely. I believe that's Asumamu. And he'll get credit for the baskets. And the foul's going to be called there on Zion Collins. There's Moro Asumamu with one hand just kind of throwing it up there. And it paid off for him. Now he's at the line. First one goes in. It's 22-16 now in favor of Westchester. Said at the beginning of the broadcast, we were in for a good one, and we are for sure. Collins switching it to Pegram. Pegram breaking ankles and loses control of the ball. Hits the cameraman down there. And I believe it's going to be inbounded by Pegram. Now over to Lucas. Lucas up to Collins. 10 on the shot clock now. Collins faking the shot now to Slaughter. Slaughter driving in, blocked away by Westchester. And Westchester was saying they had the ball. The officials say no, it touched the foot of a Westchester player, and Cal U's going to keep the ball in Ram territory. Pegram to Palick the third, and he drains it. Palick for 3, 22-19. Now to Samick. To Polick now. Switching it up now, and that's Westchester. With the spin move, does not go in. Robert Smith there pulled a great spin move, just nothing came of it.
team's fourth.
Will draw a foul from it, though, and he's at the line. Robert Smith. The first shot is up, and it will go through. A couple substitutions for either team. Boswell into the game for the Vulcans. Smith with his second shot. It's up, and it will also go through. It is 24-19 Westchester over the Vulcans with 10-13 left to play here in this first half. Now DJ Slaughter to Palick. Switching it to Lucas. Now it's Pegram. Pegram for three. Almost gets there. Goes out. And now it's Westchester. That's Wall now to Samick. Samick pulls up for three. Hits the front of the rim. Doesn't go. Now Bryson Lucas with the rebound. Pegram going the other way with it. Pegram to Boswell now. Boswell at the top of the key looking over his options. Pass it over to Pegram. Pegram with it to Boswell for three. Little misaccurate there and will not go through. 24-19 still your score. 9:15 left to play. Now it's Westchester with the ball. Samick switching it over. I believe that's Smith. Smith now to Samick in the point. In the paint, and he gets it. Josh Samick. 26-19 now for the Golden Rams. Now Pegram driving the paint to Slaughter. Now to Boswell. Fakes the three. Now he does it. Oh, and what a step back by Boswell. He just could not get that three. And Smith and Pegram were battling it out. Pegram gets fouled.
Foul number 2, Robert Smith.
And the Vulcans will get the ball. Boswell set to inbound. 8:48 left to play here. 26-19 Golden Rams over the Vulcans. Boswell to Pegram now as we get the clock underway here. Pegram crossing the line, driving in. He gets it and sliding, and he gets it. Tripping as he's trying to go the other way. 26-21 now for Westchester. Meanwhile, Robert Smith draining a three there. And just what a crazy just sequence of events there. Pegram gets the two as he was trying to come back. The floor was a little bit slippery, and that's what they're doing right now. They're sweeping up the floor and then going the other way. Robert Smith drains a three. It's 29-21 now. I think Pegram slipped about 2 or 3 times trying to go back the other way and almost looked something out of a cartoon there. All right, now that that's all mopped up, 8:24 left to play here in this first half of action. Again, 29-21 your score for Westchester over California. DJ Slaughter now to Pegram. Pegram bounce pass back to Slaughter. Now to Palick. Palick fakes the three, now goes for it. Hits the front of the rim, doesn't go in. Now switching it up here, it's Smith now. Smith to Samick. Now to McGee. McGee looking for three. In and out of the rim. Pegram gets the rebound. Pegram looking. Pegram driving the paint. And he gets it. 29-23 now. Now Robert Smith fakes the step, goes for three, misses. Now it's Pegram. Pegram to Slaughter. Slaughter fakes the three. Now to Boswell. To Palick. Back up to Pegram. Over to Slaughter. Now it's Slaughter for three. Won't go. Now back the other way. It's Smith. Smith now And the official's going to blow the whistle there. 7:09 left to play, 29-23 in favor of Westchester. We are going to send it here to commercial break for CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. We will be right back.
Vulcan basketball is back at Bloomsburg, at East Stroudsburg. Women at Bowie State. Men home versus Carlow. Home versus Westchester. Home versus Millersville. Home versus Kutztown. Home versus IUP. At UPJ. At Shepherd. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Edinburgh. At Clarion. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Gannon. Home versus Seton Hill. At Slippery Rock. Home versus Pitt Johnstown. Women at Salem. At IUP. Home versus Edinburgh. At Seton Hill. Home versus Clarion. Home versus Mercyhurst. At Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1 on the PSAC Digital Network and at calvulcans.com.
And welcome back here to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania. My name is Peyton Strollinger, and we are coming back from our commercial break. We're going to take a look at some PSAC West and East standings. Starting off with the West, IUP there at the top with Mercyhurst, Pitt Johnstown, and Slippery Rock, all 3-0 in the conference. Gannon there, 2-1. Cal U right on up under them, 1-1. Edinburgh and all them rounding out the bottom. Pretty tight West standings. I'm sure they're going to pan out as the season goes. Now back into action. Smith with the ball, driving in. Cal U looking for a foul, and I believe they're going to get it. Robert Smith just charging. I believe that was Slaughter.
Number 2, Robert Smith, his second. Team's 10th.
That is the 10th foul for Westchester. Double bonus now for Cal U. Quick little mop of the floor, and Boswell is set to inbound. He gets it to Slaughter. Now Slaughter going back the other way. Slaughter crossing the line, facing a lot of pressure. Now goes to Pegram. Pegram, nice pass to Palick. Now it's Slaughter in the paint. And almost falls in, but it goes the other way. Now it's Pollock. Now it's Westchester up under the rim. Cal U says no. It's going back the other way. Long pass to Slaughter. Now it's Boswell faking the shot now to Slaughter for 3. Hits the back of the rim. Doesn't go. Now it's Wall. Wall driving in. And the officials are going to blow the whistle, blow the play dead. And I believe this is going to be inbounded by Westchester.
Team 6.
Ball was set to be in play by Pollock. Pollock gets it back himself. Now up under the rim, goes for it. Palick says no way, and it's going to be inbounded by the Vulcans. Boswell gets it to Slaughter. Slaughter to Alston. Alston missed dribbles. I believe it went off of his foot. Goes out of bounds, and what a break there for the Rams. Alston's really dangerous in those areas. 6 minutes left to play here in the first half. 29-23 your score. Westchester over Cal U. At the top now in the paint there, it's number 24, and he gets it. That's Marcus Littles. Anything but little. The 6'9", 265-pound junior up on the board. 31-23. Alston now driving the paint there. I believe he drew a foul. And he'll be up the line. Phil Alston going to try to bring this game a little bit closer for the Vulcans. Alston now again at the line. The shot up. Does not go in. Gets one more try though. Substitution there for Westchester. Now bringing in Eli Barrett. Now Alston set for his second shot now. The shot is up, and it will go in. 24-31 now. Wall bringing it up court, now passing the line. Over to Osamu. For two, and I believe that's a travel going back the other way. It's going to be Cal U ball. Excuse me, that was going to be a foul going against Atsusamu. Back to Slaughter, who will bring it up. DJ Slaughter over to Boswell. Boswell under pressure to Pegram for three. Too much on it. Now Alston gets the rebound. He puts it up nicely. Philip Alston up on the board again. And there's going to be a timeout called by Westchester now. 31-26, Westchester over California. And now we're going to take a look over at our PSAC East standings. Shippensburg 2-1 with East Stroudsburg in the conference. Kutztown at 3. Millersville 1-2 in the conference. Westchester also 1-2 with Lock Haven, Shepherd, and Bloomsburg. And Mansfield at the bottom 0-3 in the PSAC standings for the conference record. Timeout has expired. Both teams now coming back onto the court. Atsusamu set to inbound it to Wall. Passing the 5-minute point of this first half. Now it's Wall driving in nicely, unguarded as well. Puts up two for Westchester. Boswell back to Pegram. And he crosses center court. Pegram puts it between his legs, up in the air, and he makes good on it. 33-28. Now it's Wall. Wall looking over his options, going to give to Atsusamu. Now Pollock for three, and he drains it. Slippery, slippery wet. 36-28 now for Westchester. Pegram, nice pass to Slaughter. Over to Alston now. Alston driving up, and he gets it in there. It's a 6-point deficit, 36-30. Atsusamu with the ball. Now over to McGee. McGee. Now into the paint. Nice pass there. And to put it up was Barrett. Slaughter crossing center line. Switching it to Pegram. Now over to Boswell here on this near wing. Now to Pollock. Pollock in the paint. 38-32. 3:25 left to play. 38-32 at Westchester. Now Wall has it. 15 on the shot clock. Fakes the shot. Now it's Pollock stepping for three. Hits the rim. Atsusamu in the paint. Puts it up and it falls right in. Atsusamu gets up on the board again. Pegram. 3 minutes left to play. Looking over his options. Pegram trying to drive. And he tried to pass it before he got out of bounds. He runs into the foam there on the basket. It looks like a shoulder or leg injury. And Alston calling over for the trainer. We're going to send it to commercial break. Hopefully he will be up by the time we are back. CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. We'll be right back.
Vulcan basketball is back. At Bloomsburg. At East Stroudsburg. Women at Bowie State. Men home versus Carlo. Home versus Westchester. Home versus Millersville. Home versus Kutztown. Home versus IUP. At UPJ. At Shepherd. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Edinburgh. At Clarion. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Gannon. Home versus Seton Hill. At Slippery Rock. Home versus Pitt Johnstown. Women at Salem. At IUP. Home versus Edinburgh. At Seton Hill. Home versus Clarion. Home versus Mercyhurst. At Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1, on the PSAC Digital Network, and at Cal. Backed by popular demand and better than ever is late night dining in the Natali Student Center. Join us starting Monday, October 18th at the hot spot for evening dining, Natali Evening Eats, located on the second floor of Natali next to Umami. Open Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., and on weekends, 7:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m., Natali Evening Eats is a one-stop shop for your favorite menu items. Orders can be placed through our mobile app or at the designated Evening Eats kiosk. We can't wait to see you there.
The Caillou Cupboard connects students to information, services, and resources both on and off campus while providing free items such as food, school supplies, personal hygiene items, and more to our students. Visit our two locations at the Vulcan Village Clubhouse and Natali Student Center, or for a contactless option, visit bit.ly.com/Caillou Cupboard to request food or give donations. For important Caillou information, community resources, and our how-to series, follow at Caillou Cupboard on Instagram and the campus-wide announcements.
And welcome back here to the Convocation Center here at Cal U. And before the break there, we saw Brett Pegram trying to drive in towards the net. Looks like he maybe clipped the corner of the basket there. He was down there for a while, almost the entire commercial break, but they finally got him up. He's walking by himself. So hopefully he will be back in this game. He will return. But right now he's going to get looked at by the trainers, and best of luck for him. Now back into the action here. Phil Alston at the line. First shot is up. Goes in. Alston ready for the second shot. It's up. And it is in nicely. 40-34 is your score. Westchester over California. 2:45 left to play here in the first half. Westchester's on the attack now for three. Will not go. Now in the paint again. Alston using that big body of his to block away. And Westchester sets up again. Fakes the three. And this time it's Dame Wall. He faked the two there. Faked out Pollock. And it's 42-34. Lucas was trying to dribble the ball there. A lot of pressure there by Westchester. Ends up drawing a foul, and Lucas is at the line. Lucas, the shot is up. First one will miss. Bryson Lucas again. The second one will not go as well. Score remains 42-34. Now back the other way. It's Samick. Samick over now. And that's Barrett. Now to McGee for three, and it will go through. Kyle McGee for Westchester. Now Boswell going the other way for the Vulcans. And he looked like he was bumped there by the Golden Rams, specifically McGee and Boswell, will approach the line for 2 shots. Boswell, first shot goes in. 5-point deficit now. Second shot up, comes back to him, and it won't count. Officials are going to blow the whistle before the basket went in. Not entirely sure, maybe a substitution, but nevertheless, it's 45-35, just under 2 minutes left to play here in the half. Things are going to start getting crazy here for both sides. Now it's Wall behind the back in the paint, kicking it out. Now over to Samick. Samick faking the 3, now in the paint, and he drains it in. That's Eli Barrett working hard there to extend the Westchester lead. Bryson Lucas under some pressure, over to Slaughter now. Slaughter's telling Lucas to go up. Now it's Palick with the ball. Palick back to Slaughter. Slaughter to Alston. Alston in the paint. Facing a lot of pressure there. Got the shot off. I believe he got fouled there on the play, and he's at the line for 2 shots. Again, we're going to look at here. Alston just doing it all by himself. We saw the foul there by Samick. Alston, the first shot, hits the front of the rim, doesn't go in. Alston ready for the second shot. Up, and this time it goes in. 47-36 now. Minute 15 left to play here in the half. Over to Palick now. Palick working the ball. Palick for 3. Doesn't go in. Now to Wall. Again, doesn't go through. A block there by Cal U. The officials are going to blow the whistle. And I believe there is going to be a foul there on DJ Slaughter. And Palick is at the line. It's going to be a 1-and-1 shot. Collins now in the game for Slaughter. Cam Palick at the line. And now here we go. Just over a minute to play now. Palick, first shot goes in. He'll get the second try. Palick ready for his second shot. It's up, and it will bounce off the rim. Won't go in. Palick over to Slaughter. Under a minute to play. Slaughter to Boswell. Now to Collins. And going to be a foul called here on the play. Collins at the line.
Number 10, Cal McGee, his second. Zion Collins at the line. 2 shots.
He will get 2 shots with 51 seconds to play. First shot will not go in. Collins again. Second shot up. This time it goes in. 48-37 now. Westchester gonna bring it up. And it's gonna be Hall. Wall now. Nice pass there. And to put it up will be Eli Barrett. Oh, looks like Boswell maybe overplayed it. Kind of went off the court and is limping back into the locker room. And a timeout is going to be called. 50-37. Westchester has had that 50-point mark, and now we're going to take a look at some replays. Now let's look at this replay here. What a pass there by Dame Wall. And a finish there by Eli Barrett. The no-look pass with 39 seconds to play. Westchester is now back out onto the court. Cal U coming as well. Lucas now to inbound it. He inbounds it to Collins. Under a lot of pressure. Gets it to Lucas. Lucas gonna pull it back. Giving it to Slaughter. Gonna try to get the last shot here, and he can. There's actually no, maybe about a 5-second difference between the play clock and the actual clock. Slaughter, 5 on the shot clock. Collins driving, puts it up, and he drains it. 6 seconds to go. Westchester now switching it, trying to get the last shot here, and Wall going to be called for traveling, going to go the other way with 3 seconds to play here in the half. Collins set to inbound. Quick substitution there by Westchester. Again, 3 seconds to play. A nice pass there to Lucas, and he puts it in. What a pass by Collins from his other end. Lucas, a nice reception, puts it in for the last points of the half. And as we go to commercial break, your score, Westchester 50, Cal U 41. For the CUTV Sports 1, the PSAC Network, we will be right back.
Vulcan basketball is back. At Bloomsburg, at East Stroudsburg. Women at Bowie State. Men home versus Carlo. Home versus Westchester. Home versus Millersville. Home versus Kutztown. Home versus IUP. At UPJ. At Shepherd. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Edinburgh. At Clarion. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Gannon. Home versus Seton Hill. At Slippery Rock. Home versus Pitt Johnstown. Women at Salem. At IUP. Home versus Edinburgh. At Seton Hill. Home versus Clarion. Home versus Mercyhurst. At Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1, on the PSAC Digital Network, and at calvulcans.com.
Welcome back to the Convocation Center here on the campus of California University of Pennsylvania. Again, my name is Peyton Trollinger. In case you missed it, one-man broadcasting show. As we come back from halftime, your score is 50-41 Westchester over California. And we're just going to roll some highlights here. You see the Boswell there, able to get in there nicely. Just kind of looking over some stats here. Westchester in the first half shooting 19 for 44, 43.2%. Cal U 14 for 33 at 42.4. So just up under there for threes in the first half. 7 for 20 for Westchester at 35%. And Cal 2 for 11 at 18.2%. Now we're back into the action here. Clock is underway, and here we go. I believe a foul is already going to be drawn there, and that's going to go against Matt Dade of Westchester. Boswell set to inbound. It's good to see he's back out on the court. Before we cut it to break there, we saw he was having a little bit of problems walking off the court and went immediately to the locker room. Meanwhile, he's setting up for three, and he almost gets it, just misses it though. Now back the other way, up under the rim, rebounded nicely by Dade. And Pegram running off the court there. Hopefully he's going to be okay. Now Boswell set to inbound. 52-41 now. Inbound it to Collins. Collins in his own end now with speed. Crossing half court. Now to Boswell. Boswell looking back to Collins. Collins fakes the three. Drives in. Posting up and just misses it. Now back the other way. It's Westchester. On the far corner. Now to Samick. Now over to McGee. McGee switching it to Smith. Smith for three. Doesn't go in. Alston with the rebound, giving it to Boswell. Now Boswell over to Slaughter. Now it's Palick for three. Does not go in. Slaughter kicking it to Boswell for three. That doesn't go in. Alston rebounds it. And finally, the Vulcans put it away. And now back the other way. Quickly, it's Robert Smith. Answers with a two of his own. 54-43 now. A lot of back and forth action in this one. And on the ground goes Robert Smith, and I believe a foul is going to be called against Cal U. And it's going to go against Preston Boswell of the Vulcans. Set the inbound will be Samick. And to take it will be Slay. He's going to set up in the Vulcan end. Now back to him. Driving in. Kicking out to the paint now. Now for three. Slay fakes the three. Driving to the paint. Stepping out. Almost getting in there. Now it's Alston receiving the pass. A long pass there by Collins. In his own end, he's going to drive it himself. Puts it up for two, and he makes it in. Philip Alston puts up another two there for the Vulcans. Now it's Slay switching it back to McGee. McGee now to Dade. Now it's Robert Smith. Back to Dade now, kind of driving in the point. Dade up for two. Falls into the basket. 56-45 now Westchester. Slaughter carrying it in now for the Vulcans. Slaughter looking to Alston. Alston hesitating. He gets into the point. Falls on his behind, and it's going to go the other way now. Coach Sancombe looking for some type of call. He's not going to get it. He's looking for a travel there. Didn't get it. Now it's going to go back the other way. Slay now. Again, give it off to Dade. Dade in the paint, looking. He finds McGee. McGee in some trouble now to Slay. Fakes the three, driving the paint. Now for two, and it goes in. 58-45. Now Collins taking it in for the Vulcans, giving it to Alston on the far corner. Now Palick switching it to Slaughter. Slaughter driving the paint, taking it up and around. Almost knocked in, doesn't go in though. Long pass for Robert Smith. Hesitates Boswell, and it knocks in. And a timeout is going to be called by the Vulcans. Westchester with a lot of pressure here in this second half, 60-45. And we're taking a look at these replays here. Alston with a nice rebound. A lot of pressure there by the Vulcans, and Alston finally put it away. Then Alston again almost losing the ball. He's able to maintain control and put up another two. Then we have Dade here working the paint against Alston. Never an easy contender to go against, and he sinks it in anyway. And then we have Slay. He faked the three earlier, drove the paint, and jumped up for two. And you got to get him any way you can. And then we see a breakout pass. Boswell with the trying to interrupt Smith there. Smith tried to hesitate there, and he knocked it in for two. Just a lot of pressure by Westchester, and it was getting a little too much for the Vulcans to handle. They had to call a timeout with 16:34 to go in the second half. Now back into the action. Boswell set to inbound for the Vulcans. Looks like Brett Pegram is back out onto the court. Had a little bit of an injury. Looks like there's a little bit of a wrap on his shoulder there. I hope it's going to be okay. Now Pegram, first possession now that he's back, giving it to Alston in the far corner. Alston driving the paint, fakes the shot, bouncing it to Boswell. What a pass and what a shot by Preston Boswell. Now it's Slay for the Golden Rams. Slay bouncing it to McGee. Nice turnover there by Collins. It's going the other way. Collins. And he could not get the pass over to Palick in time, and Westchester will have possession of the ball when we come back from media timeout. 60-47, and we're actually going to send it to commercial break now for CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. We'll be right back.
Vulcan basketball is back at Bloomsburg, at East Stroudsburg. Women at Bowie State. Men home versus Carlow. Home versus Westchester. Home versus Millersville. Home versus Kutztown. Home versus IUP. At UPJ. At Shepherd. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Edinburgh. At Clarion. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Gannon. Home versus Seton Hill. At Slippery Rock. Home versus Pitt Johnstown. Women at Salem. At IUP. Home versus Edinburgh. At Seton Hill. Home versus Clarion. Home versus Mercyhurst. At Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1, on the PSAC Digital Network, and at calvulcans.com.
Welcome back to PSAC conference action here on CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network, where it's Westchester and California battling out here at the Convocation Center. The Golden Rams have a 60-47 point lead over the Vulcans. Just under 16 minutes to play here in the final half of play. Inbounded by Samick, now up to Wall. Nice stop there by Littles. And now it's Wall. Now over to Samick, bouncing it to Littles in the paint. Up, Palick with the rebound, and the Vulcans have control. Over to Collins now. Collins stopping over to Pegram. Pegram to Palick. Palick now to Alston. Alston's going to try to drive here. Putting Littles on the ground and making the basket count is Phillip Alston. and in the process drawing a foul here. We look at this. Alston does not have a small guy on him at all, and that's Marcus Littles he puts to the ground. He might need some new ankles after that one, Philip Alston. Now at the line. Misses the first shot. And a foul called by Alston. Tried to reach in. He can't quite do that. And now Samick set to inbound the ball back to Westchester. 60-49. Vulcans just under 50. Now Dame over to Smith now. Smith driving the paint. He puts it up there. Palek says no. He rebounds it. Over to Pegram. Now to Collins. Collins the other way with speed. He puts it up and knocks it down for two. 60-51. 15 minutes remaining. Vulcans trying to build a little bit of momentum here now. It's Dade. Dade looking over his options to Pollock for three. And he knocks it down. Wet like water. It's Cam Pollock. Collins now. Resetting. Passing half court with speed. Switches it over to Boswell. Boswell hesitates. Drives the paint. Puts it up. Doesn't knock it in the net. And the ball goes out of play, and it'll be Vulcan ball. Pretty crazy couple minutes there. 63-51 your score. Westchester over California. 14:30 to play here in the final half of action. Quick substitution there for Westchester. Osumamu now in the game. Collins to Pegram. Pegram to Collins again. Collins working it to Pegram for three. Hits the front of the rim, doesn't go in. Nice rebound there by Boswell. He gets it back. A foul called on Westchester. On Dame Wall. Boswell set to inbound. Another substitution there for the Golden Rams. McGee back into the game. Boswell to Pegram now. He takes it. He's going to try to drive himself. Pegram, and he's blocked away by McGee. Nice block there by Westchester. It seems like the ref cannot go underneath the little barrier there. And he had to wait for the trainer to get the ball for him. Now Pegram set to inbound. Gives it to Boswell. Boswell driving the paint. Puts it up and puts out two for the Vulcans. 10-point difference. Now it's Pollock for Westchester. And then it looks like they're going to call a foul here. It's going to be Vulcan ball. Excuse me, it's going to be a foul actually on Boswell. Westchester ball. They're set to inbound from Wall. Wall giving it away. And what a block there by Collins. It goes the other way. He's on the break. Puts it up for two. And he can't quite get it in the net. Olsen tried to rebound it and would not go in. Score remains 63-53. Substitution, Robert Smith now back into the game for Pollock. Bryson Lucas also coming into the game for Alston. $13:50 to play here in the half. 63-53 your score. Osumamu, long pass to Smith, and he gets it. Now over to Wall. Wall at the top looking his options. Now it's Robert Smith with the ball. Smith now with the screen. Nice spin move. And that's going to be a foul going against Smith. That'll be a Vulcan ball. Boswell set to inbound. Looks like he's going to give it to Collins. Collins in his own end. With some speed now, crossing the half-court line. It's Collins still now over to Boswell. Now to Lucas at the top of the key. Lucas looking, giving it to Collins at the corner. Collins now at the key. Collins driving in, puts up for two, banks it off the box, and it's in for two. What athleticism by Zion Collins with 13 minutes to play. Osumamu ready to inbound to Wall, and he does. Wall crossing the line. He sees a lane. He's going to try to go for it. He sees Dame, and the Vulcans try to get that out of there. I believe they're going to draw a foul because of that. And they will. Keith Palick with the foul. Westchester at the line. At the line will be Matt Dade. He'll knock down the first one. Dade, 1 of 2, and make that 2 of 2. He knocks down both of them. Boswell giving it to Collins now. 65-55, again another 10-point difference. Westchester up ahead, 12:45. Collins to Palick. Palick driving now to Collins, fakes the 3. Now he goes for it for 3. Rebounded by Westchester, and that's Dame. Wall now carrying it for the Golden Rams. Now Dame switching over to McGee. McGee doesn't get in there. Palick draws the foul.
Foul number 11, Keith Palick, his third, team 6.
Palick drawing the foul. Looked like he had an arm up in the face there. Even if it's by accident, you still can't do that. And Kyle McGee is at the line. Waiting on the official now. 2 shots now for McGee. He takes the first one, will not go in. Now for the second. McGee. Shot is up. This time it goes in. Substitution now. Wall into the game for Smith. Vulcans take it in their own end. 12:15 to play in the half. 66-55 now. Collins entering the zone. Collins driving the right side. Now in the back corner. Collins, the step away, fade away, almost goes in, just circles out. Referee blows the whistle.
Foul number 0, Dan Wall, that's his third. Team Smith.
And it's going to be a foul going against Westchester, and immediate timeout will be called. We're going to take a look here at some replays here. We see Alston passing it to Boswell, gets it right up underneath the basket, and it goes in for 2. It's a great play. Then we go again. Alston driving the net, breaking the ankles of Littles, drawing a foul in the process, and he puts that one in too. Then Collins driving the paint here, jumps up for 2, and he gets it in, of course. And then Palick, nice screen there by Dade, and a beautiful 3 by Palick. He's a great shooter for the Westchester. Boswell again gets another layup. It goes in for him as well. Collins trying to see what his options were, gets another set of points, jumping up there at the left block there. And in case you haven't already, go over to our Twitter, give us a follow on every social media we have. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, you name it, we have it. Instagram at Cal Vulcans and at CUTVPA. Twitter at Cal Vulcans and at CUTV_PA. Make sure you give us a follow. We greatly appreciate it. You can take a look at all of our post-production pictures that our lovely director Gary Smith posts on there. And you can give us a like and stay up to date with all Vulcan Sports. Now back into the action. 66-55, Westchester over Cal U. Collins to inbound. Lucas, what a rebound, and he gets it. I believe he gets fouled as well on the play. That couldn't have worked any better for Cal U, even if they tried. Bryson Lucas at the line. The first, it's in. 66-58. Now it's Slay going the other way for the Golden Rams. Atsusamu now to Wall. Wall looking over his options. Nice coverage there by the Vulcans. 10 on the shot clock. Wall to the paint. Atsusamu on the rebound. Tries to throw it up, doesn't go there. Turnover by the Golden Rams. Bounce pass to Lucas and is blocked away by the Golden Rams. And Lucas fouled at the line again.
Team 7. Bryson Lucas at the line, 2 shots.
Lucas with 2 shots at the line. First one is up, and it's knocked in. Substitutions for both teams. DJ Slaughter and Matt Dade now into the game for their respective teams. Lucas's last shot. Shot is up, and that one goes in. 2 for 2 at that line. 6-point game, 66-60 now. Slay now on the near wing. Driving the paint. What a block by Philip Alston. And we've seen him do that before, and he's very good at it as well. We'll take a look again here. Slay trying to drive the paint. Alston realizes it, gets that long arm out there, and says no way. Foul called on Slaughter now, and Slay's at the line. First shot does not go in. 11-11 left to play here in the second half. Slay didn't get the first one, but he will get the second one. 67-60 now. Boswell with the long pass to Alston, and he gets it. Alston driving the paint. Almost, he put too much power on it. He had the right place, he had the right idea, just a little too much power. He will draw a foul, though, and he's at the line. 2 shots for Philip Alston. That's one thing if you're Westchester, you do not want to give Alston the ability to shoot close because he almost always will get it. Now, first shot, proving me right, he gets the first one. Littles and Samick now in the game for Westchester. Alston with the second shot. It's up, and he knocks it down. 67-62, Westchester. And Vulcans were saying he stepped out of bounds, and it looks like they're going to get it. Wall on that far side just trying to dribble it and keep it in bounds. Officials saw that he just barely stepped out, and the Vulcans get the ball back. Collins now with it. Collins looking. Gives it to Slaughter. Now back to Collins. Over to Boswell. Collins now to Alston for 2, and he gets it. 67-64. Vulcans are trying to come back now. The Vulcan bench standing and chanting defense. Littles at the top of the key to Samick. An interception by Collins. It's going the other way to Lucas. Alston, slam dunk for Philip Alston, and the Cal U bench goes crazy. It is a 1-point game. 67-66. We have to look at this replay here. We got to take a look at what led up to this. Collins, a nice 2-point there. And then we look at this rebound here. Look at this. Collins to Lucas, up there nicely. And then here we go again. Great pass by Collins to feed Alston in the paint. And here we go. Littles going to give it to Samick, decides not to. Littles trying to give it back to Samick, intercepted by Collins. Collins realizes he's close to out of bounds, gives it to Lucas, feeds it over to Alston, and the rest is history. Slam dunk, and it's a 1-point contest. 66-67 with 10:20 to play here in the final half of play. Now back into play, Wall with the ball. Back to Altusamu. Now over to Wall again, covered nicely by Slaughter. Wall's going to try to switch it, giving it over to Littles. Now to Smith. Smith to Altusamu. Now to Wall again. 7 seconds. Smith with the 3 try. Doesn't go in. Alston with the rebound. Going the other way. Slaughter doesn't get away. Alston gets the rebound. And the Vulcans take the lead back, 68-67. Altusamu almost lost the ball, recovers nicely, and gives it to Wall. Dame Wall for 3. In and out of the basket, doesn't go. Lucas keeps it in play to Boswell, now to Alston. Alston fouled on the play as he went up for the layup. And Alston is at the line. This has been an insane few minutes here. CalU reclaiming the lead, 68-67. Phil Alston at the line, 9:21 to play in the final half of regulation. Alston, shot. First one doesn't go in. Alston set for his second shot attempt. Shot is up, and that one will go in. It is 69-67 for the Vulcans. Now it's Samick crossing the line, switching it to Hall. Wall now on the near side. Gonna give it to McGee. McGee gonna give it back now to Littles. Littles, I believe that's Smith. Robert Smith now with it. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to do something. He tries to drive in. Taken away by Alston. He's going the other way. Alston to Collins. Almost going in. Does not get in there. Slaughter falling on the loose ball. And I believe that's going to be a Vulcan possession. Slaughter being the one to fall on. Intensity being turned up here at the convo now. It will be a Vulcan possession. Just waiting for the mop crew and the official signal. Few substitutions for both teams now. And we definitely just have to make sure the floor is dry here. We don't want a repeat of what Pegram had to go through and just kind of sliding all over the place. It's a very pivotal part of the game. 8:42 to play in the second half. 69-67. Vulcans over the Golden Rams. Looks like the floor has been mopped up here, or my apologies, are still going to keep mopping. We take player safety very, very seriously here at the convo. And looks like the mop crew's coming off now, and we're going to get ready to get underway again. Collins set to inbound the ball, preferably to a fellow Vulcan. He gives it to Alston. Alston. And it looks like he was fouled there on the play.
Foul number 13, Eli Barrett, his first, team's 10.
And that's going to be the 10th foul of the half for Westchester. Alston at the line. He can extend this lead even further. If he makes both of these, and make it over a one-possession game. First shot is up. Hits the front of the rim, doesn't go in. Alston ready for the second shot. It's up, and this time it goes in, 70-67. Now it's Westchester to Wall. Now it's Samick. Samick looking over. Gives it to Smith. Smith driving the paint. And looks like there was a foul there on the play.
Number 2.
Foul's going to go against Bryson Lucas. Basket will count.
Robert Smith at the line, 1-1.
It's going to be the basket did not count. It's going to be a 1-1 now for Robert Smith. First shot is up, and it gets through. Makes it 70-68. Smith is pretty good here at the free throw line. Let's see if he can continue it. Smith again does not make it. And the officials blow the whistle here. And the Westchester coach wants to know what's going on here. He wants an explanation. .8:27 to play here in the second half. Cal U has the slim lead over 2 points, 70-68. And looks like Westchester set the inbound. Oh, and Alston there with the block. You know, getting crazy there in the paint there. Hands and bodies flying everywhere. And out of all that, Preston Boswell will get called for the foul. Eli Barrett now at the line. First shot is up, and he gets it through. 70-69. Now waiting for the second shot. It's up, and this time it goes in. We have a tie game at 70 apiece. Polak back in the game for Westchester. That could be bad things for Cal U. Polak's been really good with the three-point line. And then here we go. Collins taking it up for the Vulcans. 8:15 to play, tied at 70. Alston giving it to Slaughter, now back to Alston. Alston going to try to drive the paint. It's going to give it to Boswell, traveling called on Alston, and it's Westchester ball. Now over to Slay, now back to Samick. Back over to Slay as they cross center court. Slay back to Samick, now to Polak. Polak over to Smith, Robert Smith. Now to Polak. Polak looking behind his back, driving the paint, and he puts it in, takes the lead for Westchester. Nice pass there. Lucas gets it. Fouled on the play. Bryson Lucas was trying to get the fast break there. He was fouled, and now he's at the line. And we are going to just quickly send it to commercial for CUTV Sports 1 and the PSAC Network. We'll be right back.
Vulcan basketball is back. At Bloomsburg. At East Stroudsburg. Women at Bowie State. Men home versus Carlo. Home versus Westchester. Home versus Millersville. Home versus Kutztown. Home versus IUP. At UPJ. At Shepherd. Home versus Slippery Rock. At Edinburgh. At Clarion. At Mercyhurst. Home versus Gannon. Home versus Seton Hill. At Slippery Rock. Home versus Pitt Johnstown. Women at Salem. At IUP. Home versus Edinburgh. At Seton Hill. Home versus Clarion. Home versus Mercyhurst. At Gannon. Follow the Vulcans live on CUTV Sports 1, on the PSAC Digital Network, and at calvulcans.com.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center, where we have a PSAC conference showdown, and it surely has been a showdown. 72-70, Westchester has the slim lead over Cal U. And it's definitely been a great match to watch here in the broadcast. Give it to you guys listening here at home. 7:37 to play in the second half. Been a back and forth contest so far. Cal U did take the lead, then just recently lost it. And it's just been an absolute crazy showdown here. Both these teams are very talented. Again, both teams 6-2 overall. Westchester 1-2 in the conference. Cal U 1-1. Bryson Lucas recently was fouled before the break, and now he's at the line to potentially tie it up. First shot does go in. One more to tie it. Bryson Lucas, second shot up, and he knocks it in. It's tied at 72. Westchester with the ball, now to Samick. Bounce over to Slay. Switching it to Samick. Now it's Polick. Giving his Westchester for two, and he makes it. That's Eli Barrett. Taking the 2-point lead again. Slaughter now. Crossing center line. Slaughter looking over his options. Giving it to Collins. Giving it to Alston. Alston getting his own rebound. Almost got it. Lucas getting the rebound. And now he ties it. Bryson Lucas. Alston almost had it. Couldn't get it on those two tries, but Lucas was able to knock it in. Now it's Slay for Westchester. Now to Samick. Over to Smith. Covered by Slaughter. Driving the paint. Robert Smith knocks it in despite Slaughter's coverage. Taking the 2-point lead again is Westchester. Now it's Slaughter to Lucas. Lucas back to Slaughter. Now over to Alston. Alston to Lucas for three. Just enough arc. Splish splash. Bryson Lucas takes the 1-point lead, 77-76. Now it's Westchester. Samick covered by Lucas. Over to Polick now. Polick now back to Slay. 6 minutes to play. Malik Slay now to Barrett. Barrett in the paint for two, and he gets it. They take the 1-point lead, 78-77. Slaughter to Collins. Collins driving, gets it up to Boswell. Boswell driving in, loses it, turned over by Polick. Now it's Polick to Slay. Now up to Robert Smith. Gonna try to reset now. 5:25 to play, 78-77 Westchester over Cal U. 10 on the shot clock. Robert Smith now at the logo. Trying to kill as much clock as he can. Now Robert Smith gets it, but he can't knock it in there. Now Boswell tried to get it up there. Nice block there by Samick, but Vulcans remain with possession. Now Collins in the offensive zone. Collins to Slaughter now. Gonna reset. 15 on the shot clock. Now it's Alston at the far wing. Alston puts it between his legs, and the point, puts it up, doesn't knock it in for two, and the ball stuck. Boswell and Alston were trying to work together to knock it in. It just kind of gets stuck between the board and the rim. You don't see that a whole lot. .441 to play. Golden Rams with a 1-point lead over the Vulcans. Collins set to inbound in the offensive zone. He's going to give it to Alston. Alston driving. Puts it up for 2. And he can't get there. Goes out of bounds. Collins again set the inbound. Collins to Palick. Kicking it out. Now back to Collins. Collins looking. Gives it to Alston in the paint. Alston driving. Loses the ball. I believe it was touched by a Westchester player before it went out. And it will be an inbound for the Vulcans. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Just over 4:20 to play here in the second half. Collins giving it to Lucas, and he lost it. Boswell was trying to keep it in play. He goes out of bounds. Going the other way now. Dame tried to go over Alston. Going to have a tough time doing that, and he gets knocked down. Hopefully he's okay. And we're going to take a look at his replay. We see Slay avoiding Palick, sends it up to Dame. Dame tried to go up. Alston was just kind of there. He didn't even really touch him. But the officials are going to call this a foul on Alston. And Dame is set to throw momentarily. Commotion with Dame now. Not sure what's going on here. He might have landed on his side a little wrong when he went down. But he's going to have to try for these free throws to extend the lead for Westchester. Yeah, Dade looks like he's visibly shaken up here. He can't even take the free throws. And looks like the team's going to come check on him as well as the trainer. Like I said, whenever Dame went up to try to get the edge on Alston, he landed a little weird on his side, and he's going to be escorted off of the court now, and someone else is going to have to step up for the free throws. And hopefully he'll come back in this game. You hate to see any injuries, so they're going to look over him, and maybe he'll come back into the game. Now back into it. Osusamu set to take the free throws. He makes the first one. And he will get the second one. 80-77 now for Westchester. Still a one-possession game for the Vulcans as they go the other way. Collins looking. Dribbling now at the wing. Driving in. Going to keep it in play. Nice turnover forced by Westchester. It's Osamu. Nice pass there to keep it alive to, I believe that's McGee. Now over to Slay, guarded by Collins. Slay giving it to Barrett. Barrett now to Osamu. Osamu. The Smith for three. Doesn't go in. And just barely out of bounds for Westchester. An immediate timeout will be called. And as immediate timeout is called, we're going to take a look at some replays here. And we see Collins on the rebound, giving it quickly to Lucas on the inbound, and he takes advantage of that. Alston seeing Slaughter just wide open, and that was how they got the lead back. And then Pollock driving in, contested by Collins. Doesn't matter, he knocks it in anyway. And then here we go, Westchester working in that paint area, as they've been able to do a lot of the nights. And we see Alston was trying to get this one right here, but Lucas comes away with it, and he'll take credit for it. Alston, then he finds Lucas again, and Lucas makes it wet there for 3. And here we go again. Barrett working that paint, and he gets the edge over Alston. And now we're going to take a look at our upcoming schedule for Vulcan men's basketball now. Obviously today we have Westchester. Tomorrow will be at home Millersville, then Kutztown on the 2nd, IUP on the 5th, and then they will travel to Pitt Johnstown and Shepherd on the 8th and 10th, back home to play Slippery Rock on the 12th, and then they'll be at Edinburgh, Clarion, and Mercyhurst there for a little bit. Then they come home to play Gannon and Seton Hill for a little bit. They'll have to go to Slippery Rock, and then they'll come back to play Pitt Johnstown there at the beginning of February. A couple more games after that, though, but just a lot of home and away action for the Vulcans. Looking to keep rising in that PSAC West standings, and a win today would help them. Still a one-possession game as Lucas gives it back to Collins. Now to Boswell. Over to Palick. Collins fakes the 3. Palick. Back to Collins. Back to Palick. Now Alston. 10 on the shot clock. Palick for 3. And he knocks it in. Keith Palick III puts up 3. Ties the game at 80. 3 minutes to play. And this is going to go down right to the wire, I can already tell. Slay's going to give it to Barrett now. Now it's Little in the paint, and he takes advantage of Alston and makes it 82 to 80.
Foul number 11, Keith Palick, his 4th.
Marcus Littles was fouled there on the play. Now he's at the line.
1 shot.
Littles now again at the line. 1 shot. Shot is up, and he makes it. 83-80, one-possession game. Collins taking it up for the Vulcans. Collins looking. 20 on the shot clock. Over to Alston. What a reception of the pass, but he just can't knock it in the net. And the foul's going to go against Marcus Littles of Westchester. Alston still kind of on the ground, helped up by Boswell. And now Alston at the line.
Philip Alston at the line, 2 shots.
2:33 to play here in the half. Westchester with the 3-point lead, 83 to 80. Officials give Alston the ball, and we will wait for the first shot. First shot is up, and it goes in. 81-83 now. Alston has one more shot at the line. Alston, second shot up. Just barely misses, doesn't go in. 83-81, 2:30 to play here in this final half of action. Slay now for Westchester in the California zone. Giving it to Duma. He's back into the action now. Dade. Now it's Slay. He fakes the pass over to Wall. Slay back to Wall, driving now. Wall blocked there by Lucas. In the paint is Dade. That's also blocked away. And the officials are going to give that to them, 85-81 as the shot clock was expiring. Now Collins the other way, trying to get the Vulcans a little bit closer now. Just under 2 minutes to play. And timeout will be called by California. A minute 45 to play here in the second half. Westchester with an 85-81 lead. Let's take a look back at this three-pointer Keith Palick made. What a beauty and what drip by him. Then we see Littles working the paint there on Alston, and he pays off for him. Later, there'd be a foul called on Palick, and he would make the free throw. And just a quick little note here, the Vulcans have not done particularly well with Westchester here in the past. They've lost the last 4 meetings against Westchester. Last time they played them was actually a 1-point deficit loss, 82-81 back in December 2019. Right now it's 85-81 in favor of Westchester. Inbounded by Boswell. Now it's over to Collins. Collins in the zone, giving it back to Boswell. Boswell back to Collins at the logo. Collins driving. Taking a look at the paint, and he gets it! 83-85. Minute 25 now. Slay gonna give it off to Smith. Westchester's probably gonna want to try to run off as much clock as they can here without getting called. Slay off to Samu. For 3 for Wall. Doesn't get there. Rebounded by Westchester. Puts it up again. Westchester gets it again. Now kicked out to Slay. 15 on the shot clock. 55 on the clock. Now it's Robert Smith. Still a 1-possession game. Cal U has to play solid defense. Robert Smith for 3, and he knocks it down. 88-83. Vulcans have to hustle if they want to win this one now. Collins now with it. Collins can't waste any time. Goes for 3. Bounces off the board and doesn't go in. And a foul it will be called against Cal U. And Westchester is headed to the line again. Just over 30 seconds to play here. And things aren't looking bright for the Vulcans now.
Robert Smith at the line, 2 shots.
5-point deficit. At the line is Robert Smith. He's a pretty good shooter. First shot goes in. He gets one more shot. The second shot is up, and that one goes in as well. Now it's 90-83. Collins, under 30 seconds. Now over to Boswell. Boswell driving the paint. He's fouled as well. Preston Boswell approaches the line. 23.5 seconds to play here in regulation. Westchester with the 90-83 lead. Boswell's first shot hits the front of the rim. Boswell gets one more shot attempt. Second shot is up. That one's no good. Westchester pressured. Foul called on Cal U.
Foul number 2, Bryson Lucas, his 3rd.
Matt Dade approaches the line. 20 seconds to play.
Matt Dade at the line, 2 shots.
20 seconds to play. Dade at the line. 2 shots. Dade, first shot. Up, does not go in. Now his second shot. Up. This one goes in. 91-83 now. Collins, long pass to Lucas. He gets it. Lucas for 3. Doesn't get there. Alston with the rebound. Fouled there on the play. 13 seconds to play, almost 14.
Foul number 2, Robert Smith, his fourth.
And that's will go against Robert Smith.
2 shots.
Alston now again at the line. 91-83 Westchester. Alston. First shot goes in. Alston, one more chance at the line. Second shot also goes in. Little substitution for Cal U. Slaughter in the game, Palick out. 91-84, 14 seconds to play. And looks like the ball was tipped there by a Westchester player. Cal U keeps the ball in the Westchester territory. Timeout called by Coach Sancombe and the Vulcans with 13 seconds to play. 91-85 your score here. Westchester has the lead over California. Take a look at some replays here. You see this was a fast break dunk. Collins with that interception. Nice pass to give it off to Lucas, and then Lucas threading the needle to Alston. Alston making a statement with that dunk too. Then Alston with the playmaking ability gives it to Slaughter. He couldn't get it and he finished it up. And then we had Polick driving in for Westchester, able to get the jump there on Slaughter. And then Alston feeding it over to Lucas. Lucas making some drip of his own for 3. And then a nice pass again by Alston. And then Palick sinks a 3-pointer of his own. And then here's another play there by Westchester. Nice play to body Phil Alston. He's a big presence there in that paint. And then here's the shot that basically put it away there for Westchester. And that kind of put it out of reach. Collins set the inbound. Long to Alston. 3 for Boswell. Doesn't go in, and he's fouled. Fouled by Westchester, and the Rams don't like it. Now with 10 seconds. And again, look at this replay here. Collins giving it to Alston. What a play there. Boswell went for 3, but he was just fouled there by McGee, and you can't do that. Boswell. First shot goes in. Boswell. One more shot. Second shot. That one goes in. And he's going to get another shot here. 91-87, 10 seconds to play. Boswell. Third shot goes in. 3 for 3 on that line. 91-88. One possession game again for the Vulcans. All they need is a 3. And they send this to overtime. Here we go. Samick inbounding. And commotion, just absolute commotion from the Vulcan bench there. And a foul is called on Westchester. Boswell at the line.
Preston Boswell at the line, 2 shots.
Even if he makes just one of these, it can be a little bit closer for the Vulcans. He gets 2 shots. Down to the wire. Boswell, first shot. Hits the front of the rim, but it goes in. 91-89. 2-point deficit. 6 seconds to play. Boswell. One more attempt. He gets that one. 1-point game now. And a timeout called by the Vulcans. This one's not over yet. Don't turn off just yet. Well, you shouldn't because I'm broadcasting. But 91-90, Westchester over Cal U. 5.9 seconds to go And like I said, it's going down to the final whistle, the final shot, the final whatever. It's been a great game so far. Whatever team comes away with this victory, I will sure tell you it was well earned. Both these teams have played extremely hard, but only one can come out victorious. Westchester, it will inbound. It's Samick. Covered tightly by Bryson Lucas. 5.9 seconds, 91-90. The inbound. It's over nicely, and a foul is called on Cal U in Westchester.
Number 1, Philip Alston. That's his
Philip Alston gets foul, well, draws the foul. And Robert Smith is at the line.
Robert Smith at the line, 2 shots.
He'll get 2 shots. .8 seconds to go. Robert Smith at the line. Substitution there for Westchester. Samick out. Slay is in. Now, if Smith makes both of these, it's still not over for Cal U. It'd still be a 1-possession game. They would need a 3-pointer, though. Cal U's making a lot of noise now. Smith, first one, misses. Off the front of the rim. Cal U has hope. Robert Smith again at the line. Second shot, that one goes in. 92-90. Vulcans could still win this. 3 seconds, 2, it's Collins. DJ Slaughter for 3, does not go in, and Cal U falls to Westchester 92-90. We gotta look at this here. Collins driving as fast as he can. He sees Slaughter open, and a great shot attempt by DJ Slaughter. Just a little too much on there, and that's it. Westchester claims victory over Cal U 92-90. It's been a fun one here, but unfortunately that is going to be the end of our broadcast. My name is Peyton Trollinger, and for the rest of the CUTV crew, have a great night and get home safe, everybody.